Good evening and welcome to day 9 of Bedtime Yoga for better sleep. This session is going to be an upper body stretch, and for our first posture you'll need either 2 yoga blocks or a blanket or towel. So if you're using a blanket or towel, please roll it up nice and tight and lay it up and down your mat, and you're going to sit and lie back onto it. If you have blocks, you can join me on blocks this evening, where you'll place one at its middle height going across your mat, and then one on its lowest height going up and down your mat. And you're going to lie back onto it, so either way you're lying back onto some support. And if you're using the block starts at the middle of your back, the first one, and the second one supports your head. If you're using your blanket or a towel, it will support you from your low back upwards to your head. So it may just take a second to get settled there. And we're going to spend a couple of minutes in this supported posture. So you can have your legs extended flat. You can have your knees bent, which is a little bit gentler on your low back. You could even opt for a cross-legged position if you want a gentle stretch of your hips. Turn your palms up so the backs of your hands rest on the floor, and just play around with the position of your arms to find somewhere where you're gently opening across the front of your chest. Once you feel really settled, direct your attention to your breath, to cultivating a smooth breath in and out through your nose. This supported back bend gives us lots of room to breathe into the front of the body, so see if you can take advantage of that on the inhale. Notice if you're kind of resisting the support of the block or the blanket, and see whether instead you could relax into its support. As we take the last few breaths in this supported posture, if you like a little bit deeper stretch for your shoulders and upper back, you can take your hands to hold the opposite elbow in front of you. It might be that you hold your wrist or your mid-forearm. Just lift the elbows or forearms to the ceiling and finally up and over the top of your head, maybe down towards the floor. Just taking a couple of breaths in this. And if this feels too intense for what you'd like to do this evening, you do not have to have your hands clasped overhead. It's just an option. And carefully bring them out just the same way. And carefully help yourself up to a seated posture. So you can either sit straight up or you can roll to your side. However you can do it safely. And come into a cross-legged seat, please. And to take both hands out to your side and clasp them behind you. Slide both hands to your right hip and tilt your right ear towards your right shoulder. And just start to move your head around a little here, stretching into your neck and into your shoulder. So try lifting and lowering your chin. If you find somewhere that feels really stuck or sticky, you can hang out there and take a couple of breaths. And we'll release the hands and take them around to the other side. So they're anchored on your left hip, and you tilt your head over to the left. And begin exploration on this side. Just gentle lifts and lowers. Feeling free to pause anywhere that needs your attention. We'll come up, release your hands. Place the right hand on the floor next to you and circle your left hand, palm to the ceiling, up and over the top of your head and towards the right side of a room, the right side of your space. Going into a side body stretch. Anchor down through the left side of your bum. Give it an extra little reach for your left hand, left fingers. And then come up and over. If you like, along the way, just give your legs a little switch for this last side and take your right hand up to the sky. Up over the top of you into your side stretch, where you're heavy in the right side of your bum. Trying to reach away from it with your right fingertips. Just let your breath open up the right side of your torso. We'll come back up and make your way, please, to all fours, to tabletop. If your blocks are on your mat, you can move them off to one side, and you can cushion your knees on a blanket if you need to, or a towel. And begin to do some cats and cows when you're ready. So arching your back, looking forwards, your tailbone and head both lift, and rounding your back, creating a little space between your shoulder blades. And connect this movement to your breath as you inhale. Go into your arch and stretch out your front. Exhale and round. Another time or two. And you might feel like it's beneficial to linger in the round after our opening pose, which was a supported back bend. When you finish this exhale, this round, you can come back to neutral. Let's give a little love to the wrists. Turn your hands to face the outsides of your mat. Fingers all face the outside. And just start to rock around in some circles. Breathing nice and full. And go the other way as well. And we'll turn your hands forwards and turn your right palm to face your right knee. So you spin it clockwise and the palm goes down. Now if your wrists are on the tighter side, pop your hand closer to your knee. It'll make it a little bit easier to pop the palm down, and gently lean back until you feel a stretch in your wrist and forearm. And we'll switch the sides. So pop your right fingers forwards and turn your left hand around. Left fingers will face the knee. You can put your hand closer to your knee if that feels more available, and lean back. Definitely not striving or forcing, just sending some breath as if you could breathe into this left wrist and forearm. They can get surprisingly tight with our daily activities. And let's release. Left fingers forwards. Stretch your right hand up to the ceiling for a moment as you breathe in. And thread the needle, right hand between your left knee and left hand, resting your right shoulder and head down. Relax your whole right arm and your hand, and come onto your left fingertips. Just give a little twist through your upper back here. Gently hug your your hips to the right. Now we'll carefully come out. You can stretch your right hand back up to the ceiling and release it to the floor. Let's try this upper body rotation on the other side. Take your left hand up, wind it up there. Do your best. This can be tricky too. And thread through. Left hand through between the right hand and right knee. Rest your arm down, rest your head down. Come up onto your right fingertips with your elbow right over the wrist there and gently press to get into your upper back. Notice the quality of your breath. Dissolve away any tension from around your eyes and your jaw. And press your right palm flat. Take your left hand up to the ceiling. Big breath in. And release that down. We're going to stretch out to lying down on your front, please yogi. And come into a shoulder stretch for the back of your shoulder. So prop up on your forearms and slide your right arm across you. Straight across to the left side. Resist the urge to reach really far that way. I'm going to keep your right shoulder in line with the right hip and foot and just start to melt yourself down, especially through the left side of your body, until you feel the right shoulder stretching. Now you could rest your head on your hand, you could rest your head on a block. And then we'll carefully come out of this side and thread your left arm across just the same way. So your shoulder doesn't move out of line with the hip. You don't reach across your mat with your whole torso. Just your arm across you. And rest your head if you can. Relax your left hand. See if there's got any tension accumulating in the glutes or anywhere else that you could soften. And we'll release this side and switch to a front of the shoulder stretch. Take your right arm straight off the right side of your mat, straight out to the side. Put your left hand under your left shoulder. Point your left toes to the ceiling. And roll onto your right side. If this gets really intense really quickly, move your hand down towards your hip a little bit. And just roll onto your right side and rest your head on the floor. Your left foot kicks up and over to rest behind you. And carefully unwind from this side. Extend your left arm off the left side of your mat. Your right hand right under your shoulder. Point your right toes to the ceiling, and when you're ready, roll onto your left side and rest your head. Use your right foot as support behind you. Relax through the outside of your left leg. Keep your breath as full and even as you can, or maybe a slight extension of your exhale. Roll back onto your front, please, yogi. Press your way to a tabletop, or in fact, we're going to go into our last pose, which is a child's pose. And if child's pose doesn't feel restful to you, you could stay lying on your front and rest your head on your hands comfortably in crocodile pose. So feel free to continue to lie there if that feels best to you. Or if child's pose is comfortable for you, you could use a blanket or block to support your head. And let your hands rest next to your feet, with the palms facing up, just melting your shoulders over your knees. Just a few full breaths here with long exhales to complete your practice. And if you'd like to stay longer, of course you can do so. Otherwise, you can make your way up to kneeling or to sitting. Rest your hands together in front of you. Thank you so for coming to your mat this evening. And let's breathe in and out. Thank you for joining me this evening. Namaste. I hope you enjoyed this Bedtime Yoga for Better Sleep class. For a whole month of Bedtime Yoga, be sure to check out the series. Until next time, good night.